Hello, how are you today? My name is Prince, and I am going to teach you how to effectively set up an online church and how to run an online church. You see, in the wake of the coronavirus that has hit the nations and crippled the economy of the world, and people running out of ideas, and we don't want to pretend that nothing is happening out there. Something is actually happening, but we can actually do a lot about it. And I am going to teach you how to set up an online church and effectively run an online church. And we're going to go straight away because I have my PC here and I have my mobile phone. And as you can see, there's a slide at the side of the screen where you can actually go through where some of the things I'll be explaining will be displayed. I want it to be as practicable as possible. I want you to follow it. I have tried as much as I can to make it as easy as possible. In running an virtual church, I have been for the past 1 week. I have received mails like I have never done before. People have been asking me, how do I set up something online? How do I run something online? How do I set up a church online? How do I reach my members online? And what is the best platform to use? Those who know me very well know that I like to work from the background. I'm a backroom person, so I like to do a lot of things from there. But I was prone to, you see, in the course, last week, there was this prompting to campaign against the government's decision to shut down churches. It's a very wrong decision to start with, but I don't want to go into that for now. So while I was still contemplating, I actually started a campaign, and because we've done some of these things before, they've tried a lot of things to stop the church before, but the Lord has people. Don't think that the Lord doesn't have anybody, and some things, policies against the church cannot progress. Why you are here and why I am here on earth. The Lord has given us a lot of, the Bible says on the last day that knowledge shall be increased. And the Lord is increasing, His knowledge is increasing, but God is also equipping some of us, like He has equipped you to do a lot of things to stand for Him. Don't let it be that the church stop working in your time. It's not going to happen in my time. I've actually made up my mind to do it. While I was thinking of the campaign and the 24 hours ago, why I was, there was a shutdown on the churches and I didn't like it that the churches should close. Why would it be the church first? And a whole lot of that. So I thought of starting up a campaign against it. And I started in about, within 4 hours, I have had over 2,000 people signing up the campaign for a reversal. But it was a little bit late, so I needed to sleep. And I received a call. And the caller was asking, and he said, is it all that you can do? He said, why don't you channel the campaign? Why don't you do it a little bit different? Why don't you use this opportunity to educate the churches on how they should set up an online church? Why don't you help them out? Why don't you start educating people? Why don't you start helping them set up their online churches? Why don't you start winning souls online? Why don't you use this opportunity to make some impact for the Lord online? And I was like, what? And he's saying that he said if you're ready, I would help you. I would show you how to do it. I will not just show you how to improve upon it, but I'll also be with you. We'll do it together. Guess what? I was waking up from my sleep and the caller said I'm leaving, and he said, I am the Lord. The call dropped. What? I was shivering. Tears almost rolled down my eyes, my cheek. So it was a call in the dream. It was all a dream. I was thinking it was a dream. It was a dream. So I woke up and the caller said it was the Lord. So he dropped and it was a WhatsApp call. So I knew the Lord was trying to tell me something. So I quickly picked up my PC around 3 a.m. So I went through all the platforms that I've set up over the years, and behold, when I got to a particular YouTube channel where I spoke so much about online church, oh my God, the comments were so much. People have been asking me questions for the past 3 weeks. They've been trying to reach me, but because I don't visit that channel, I don't really use it a lot. So I couldn't, you see people crying from different parts of the world. Those who need answer, they needed to know what to do, how to set it up, just a simple way of doing it. And these are the things that the Lord has trained us to do for a long time. So I tried to reply, but there were so many I couldn't reply. I replied for maybe like about 100, and people were asking. He said, "Can I start a fellowship?" My pastor said I should start up something. What do I do next and all that? So, and someone actually asked me a question that prompted me to do this video. He asked me, because when I replied, I replied a little bit. I waited for hours. I was like, I can't do a video. I can only tell someone to come ahead and do it. Why I tell the person what to do, so that I can have enough space, room to do what I want to do from behind. And he tells me, he said, if the Lord comes down, would you tell him that we won? That we finished everything? Or he tells me, he said, okay, let me read it. He said, if the rapture takes place today, would you tell the Lord that you finished it? So, and I knew, and he explained a little bit further, and I said, oh God, I was like, can we boldly say that we've conquered the whole world for Jesus Christ? Can we boldly say that we have reached the whole world, every soul, both on site and online, and for the Lord? I don't really know. I've been trying to reach the writer. I've been trying to talk to him, and he said Jay. So, and he just left. So, and I said okay, because he just tried to speak. He tried to reach me before then. He said, can you do a short video on how to run an online church? And I said, not exactly, but I pointed him to so many websites that we have, the ministry that I'm in, and he returned back again. So, but to cut the story short, I am going to show how to do it, and I'm not just going to show it. I will be online a lot concerning the online church, to give support. If you need support of any kind, you can reach me. I would please put my number. My number is showing on the screen, and my email address is there. And I have a very large team that I work with. Our email addresses are on the screen. Our contacts are right there on the screen, so you can reach us. If you have a campaign, if you're finding it, you have any challenge or any difficulties in setting up an online church, or trying to gather your members and reach your members, you can let me know. I don't mind doing it free at all. And we'll give you every support that you need. So I'm going to be doing this. It's going to be a series, so I will try to make it as short as possible for a particular video, so that you can have time to do some other things and come back and watch again. But one thing I am driving at is that we must not behave like the Lord doesn't have people in the earth, and they must know that the Lord have people. It's an opportunity to actually do much more for the gospel. You're going to learn a lot from this particular series, from this particular training. So, because how did it all start? I started about 2010, and 2009, 2010, and the Lord told me, he said, online church. I should start an online church. So I didn't know, it didn't make any sense to me. So first of all, I had only one Facebook account, and I just started learning a little bit things, a little programming, just basic programming, because some of the things I wanted to drive at, I was looking for how to study more when I was in school. And it's online too, so it was first for, I don't like people who stay online a lot, and churches then they frown at it. When you are online, they think you're not serious at all. So it didn't make any sense to me, but they said I should do it. So what I did was I picked up a Facebook page, and I created a fellowship with a profile. It was allowed to do it then, so I created a profile and I called it a pillar cell. And guess what? Within 1 week, I have had over 100 people sending me friend requests. So I added them. So I went from that. I created a Facebook page of the same profile, pillars fellowship, and I did. And within 3 days, in less than 1 week, I've had over 200 likes. So I said, so, and I said, okay, let me do a little bit more. I created a group, and I called it Freelance Group, and I've changed some of these names today. And guess what? Within 1 week, I had over 1,000 people joining the group. Wow, I was so glad. I didn't know people could easily join your group because I felt it was a fellowship. I was so excited about it. I loved it. So that was I did all that in 2012. So ending of 2012 and early 2013. So in early 2013, I got motivated, and I started creating lots of groups of different interests and all that, and then it was allowed to do it. It's no longer allowed today to go that to be that aggressive. So I created every day. I would create something. I would join groups. I would create. I would join. I would create pages everywhere, scattered all around online, everywhere. I was just excited about it. I would talk to people, and during that was 7 years ago, 2013, and that was 10 years ago when the whole thing started. So 7 years ago, it is exactly 7 years. So and 1 year or two after that, I was asked to come and assist someone who is to assist with the youth church of my church. So, and I took that same excitement, I took it to the youth. There was criticism here and there. Some parents didn't like it. Why would you ask my children to go and set up an online church and an online sale and win souls and create groups and some liked it. They said they liked the education. I had to take time and explain to. So, but the truth was, the good thing about it was everyone I explained to and I showed to, they appreciated it a lot. So they appreciated it a lot, and they said, "Oh, you can go on." And some of them started pioneering fellowship in their own schools from what we're teaching, because they are joining from all around the country where I'm talking from. They're joining online. Then they will join. Sometimes when this WhatsApp group, then you're not allowed to have up to 256. Then it's around 100 something. So I was creating a lot of WhatsApp groups. We taught how to do broadcasts and all that. So, and they picked it, this youth, they will go to schools and they will distribute ministry materials and they will send me the pictures. It was so exciting. So we did a lot, and some of them won a few awards, won some awards, and some of them, they're still very, very active. I watched up this crop of things from that last 7 years to today. Those who actually did got engaged in some of those. Some of them I've met, so many of them I've not really met. They just follow me on social media and they post on the things that they are doing, and I'm excited about it. So I didn't know that a time would come. I never knew that a time would come where this same thing will become what the churches will need, what the Church of Jesus Christ will need. And the day has actually come. It has come in 2015, 2016, and I did a little bit about it, and when I was moved to the main church, and we did a little bit about it. In 2017, I started handling the online church or the virtual church of my zone. The church is a zonal system that we run in my ministry, and the ministry where I worship, Christ Embassy. So in my zone, we did a lot of, I started handling with the same enthusiasm and the same zeal. I took it up there, and our zonal church, our virtual church won an award. I was so excited. So, but that's the beginning of a lot of things. So from that particular period, 2010 to date, for some reasons, I may not really pull out a lot of stats, but I can give you a few. I have reached over, when I check, I put a stat 24 hours ago, about 24 hours ago. Brothers and sisters, I was shocked at what I saw. I knew that caller knew exactly what it was. I have not really taken time to look at it or taken advantage of it a lot to push the gospel further. I realized that I have created a lot of groups, quite a lot of them, and it's good. And I had millions of people in these groups from different interests. It's so interesting. And what I do is I don't like to share it because it's against certain policies today. So I don't entertain when people, okay, I don't like to give out the names and all that, but it's good for the community, for the online community. Pages upon pages, groups upon groups, and admin in several groups, so many of them. And what I do is I try as much as I can to follow the rules that govern that particular. I place a lot of rules on groups so that we will not have people spamming, a lot of people abusing the. You don't abuse the social media, use it for the gospel. So I love it. God gave us the opportunity and we have to use it. I was talking to someone who called me of recent. He said, "Have you heard?" I said, "I heard what?" He said, "That they've stopped the churches," and I said, "Yes." So and he said, "What can we do about it? Can we stop it?" And he was a very close friend. He's a team member also, but he's from the same country where I live. I have a lot of online team. I have an online team that had the team members scattered across the world. It's one of the best ways to do it. I'll teach you how to do it. A lot of times you have to do a lot of volunteer to do a lot of work for people for free, and you help people do a lot of things, and so that when you're in need of their services too, they can also do the same thing for you. And I'll share a lot of strategies that can actually help you a lot. Because from my finding and from what I'm seeing from the trend, I can see that the church needs it better now than ever before. So coming back to what we're discussing again, and we're discussing on how to set up an online church and how to effectively run it. So I'm going to start some of the questions that I have received online. Let me read some of them out. He said, "What is online church?" Okay, it's an online church. He said, "What is online church?" Or is it a real church? So what is online church? Okay, the thing is that what is a church? It's a place of fellowship. I understand very well the church is our body. We are the domicile, the temple of the Lord. But we also call a place where we fellowship. I'm asking like this because I don't know who is asking and what exactly he or she is trying to. But I'm trying to explain, to break it down. I'm looking at dictionary definition. I'm trying to explain to you in a layman's way where you can easily understand it. So your body is a temple of the Holy Ghost. That's the church. But we see the church is the body of Jesus Christ. We have a place of fellowship. That's what I'm referring to. When you hear me say church, I'm talking about our place of fellowship, the building where we worship. So such building. So when you hear me say the online, I'm talking about such a similar building online, a place of congregation where we worship, place of worship, or a place of fellowship. So I'm referring to it online. So that's what I'm referring to. So another person actually said, "I can see a lot of search on online church. I'm so impressed. Why that 24 hours ago, when I woke up from that dream, tears all over my eyes. I took my notes and saw where I wrote some of these things down. I said, Lord, is this for real?" Yeah, but it's real, it's happening. So, and he said, "Are there real people online?" So these are some of the questions, the frequently asked questions. Yes, those who are online, they are real people. They are as real as someone, you that is watching me now. And they are as real as I talking to you now. So I am a real person. I'm not a robot. I am not a robot. I am someone who is talking to you through a channel. So I'm talking to you who is there. So those who you see another person who has just joined this particular group or just who is just viewed this video is a real person, but we're located in different places. One thing that this does is that it gives us an advantage to talk to. There's no barrier. I'll talk to you a lot. The barrier is not as much as what we see in our physical world today. Is how do I start a church? That's another question. I try to summarize some of the questions because there are so many. So I just pulled from them and try to explain to it as much as I can. How do we start? I will explain to you how to start off the question. And how do I win souls? Okay, how do I run it? That's another one. How do I operate or run it? Someone said, how do I handle it? So I just put it as how do I run it? So I also explain to you how to run it. You need structures and all that. I'll explain all that to you. It's going to be an exciting moment. It's going to be something you'll be proud of. It's going to be something you will enjoy to do. As much as you love your phone, I'm just talking to you, you have my phone there. You can sit down and winning souls for the Lord. It is possible. You don't have to go out there on the street. I'm going to give you a lot of analysis. Have you thought about it? When I was coming to this place, one of my team members last week, Saturday, so we came out. I said, while talking to them in this line, I said, count the numbers of those we have in our street. It's a very short street. It's about 100 buildings. So he counted 18. I said, how many? His house is very close to the place we were. I said, that's your house? He said, yes. I said, how many people do you have in your home, in your house? He said, about 10 of them. I said, how many adults? He said, about 5 adults. I said, how many youth? How many children? He said, about 2 children. I said, that means you have 8 adults. Those who are above 18. He said, yes. I said, how many of them have mobile phones, devices there? He said, about 9 of them. I said, 9? And I said, do you have any, is anybody there online, on Facebook or so? He said, everybody. I told him, I said, this same street that you're counting, I said, let's use your house. It's one of the, not the biggest in the street. So I said, if we have 9 people online, I said, can I have anybody's phone number? Anybody in your house? Can I have, he gave me his phone number, one of his younger sister's phone number. So, and I said, I said hi to him online. And he said, hello, who is this? I told him, I said, I didn't knock at your gate, but I've just spoken to your sister. I've just established a contact, a conversation with her. I told her, I said, the world is changing and it's changing very fast. And our strategies must change. Our strategies, our evangelism strategies, our soul winning strategies must change. We must follow it at its coming. The world is going at a very fast pace. And if we are not on the streets, they are online. So which is better? You will come and knock and nobody, the dogs will answer you most of the time. And somebody will say, I'm busy. But if you go and say to the same person, I have done it so many times. I say, okay, please, can I have your phone number? And you just maybe like this, you agree or sometimes not. So you knock at a particular door and the person, I said, hello, I just introduced myself. And the person responds almost immediately. The same person who just said that he doesn't have time, but he has time online because he was busy online. So you have to take it to them where they are. So we're going to do all of that. I said the Lord has people in this generation and the Lord has you. And I know most of you already know what I'm trying to explain, but we can share ideas. I'm only trying to tell you a few more, we can now emphasize a little bit more about how it should be done. Please, if you can just channel our energies a little bit to focus it in a certain direction, in a productive way, you can do a lot, much more for the Lord. I know we're doing a lot. So now say, how do I run it? Now I say, how do I win souls online? Oh, it is easy. I will explain it to you. I have a testimony so many years ago, not so many years ago, 3 years ago, 2017. I was distributing Rhapsody of Realities online, daily devotional, the copy. So I distribute, I usually do broadcast. Little broadcast. Sometimes people insult you. Sometimes people say thank you. Sometimes say I don't want it. Sometimes say I'm this. But I kept at it. But there's this particular man who doesn't respond at all. He doesn't say anything. This contact that I just found. So I kept doing it. But after some time I stopped. And in about 2 weeks later, my WhatsApp, I received a notification. He said, "Pray for me." No, he said, "I am going for a trip. Pray for me." No, he said, "I am going for a mission. I am afraid to fly. Pray for me." So later I now find out that for some reasons I may not go into certain details. I found out that he was a flight sergeant. He's an Air Force personnel and he's a pilot. So he's a combat pilot. So he said he was going for a mission and he was afraid to fly. And he said in a prayer. So he has never spoken to me before. It was later when we established a conversation, great conversation. But he told me he was going to, the line was temporary. He was going to change it. I shouldn't bother at all to contact him further. But I still pray for him. So, and he went, then about 3 months later, he said, "Thank you, I am back." So what I did was I started sending him daily devotional like I usually do. So I usually send it and I send it. So about 3 months later, so he said, "I'm back, thank you." And I still sending Rhapsody of Realities. And later I said, I believe so strongly because he told me he was going to contact me in a different way. He didn't want to disclose his identity. So, but he's fine. He's fine. So you could see something like that. It is, these are the people that you don't meet on the road. You can't meet such a person, an individual on the road, to talk to. There is on today, back to base. Another 3 months or 6 months is out, and they don't have time for. They don't have time. You talk to someone like that. I say, bring the gospel to you. Tell you, oh, don't worry. He can tell you, God bless you, some other time. He doesn't have that kind of time. But we're able to reach. You can reach those people online. There are a lot of them. So I'm so excited at what we're doing now. I say, how do we win souls online? It is very easy. Like I told you, I'm going to take my time to explain it. I'm trying to be slow down as much as I can. How do I bring them to my physical church? Someone asked, if you're saying that if you go online and win souls, how do I bring it? This particular question was asked me for a training that I organized, and so how do I bring them to my physical church? I'll explain to you. It is also it's easy. Did you know that it can actually geographically target your area that you want to reach out to? For example, if you live in New York, and okay, let's say in Africa, and you are in Ghana or in Nigeria or South Africa, you can actually target those who are within South Africa. You can target a particular state, a particular region or states, local government or assembly, any place. You can even target a street and reach out only to those who are in that area. We're going to do a lot of amazing things together online. So it's an online crusade. I'm also going to talk about online crusade. It is easier and faster and cheaper to do crusades online. It can be done. I have done a lot of project work. I have supported a lot of people who had very big crusade online, and the testimonies are so amazing. And when they are there, it keeps coming. It doesn't stop. And online evangelism, I also teach you in this line. And online campaigns, for the Lord Jesus Christ deserves it all. He deserves a lot of campaign. The gospel is the good news. In a hurting world where people are facing coronavirus crisis and others, people need good news. Someone was talking to me the other time. He said, you try to preach and make it look like these things are not real. He said you have to inspire fear in the hearts of people so that they can be afraid and stay at home. I said, really? I said that is you. I said I speak the truth. I preach good news. I said, you speak for coronavirus, you talk for coronavirus. Sometimes you can have people, especially if you're the online type, you can face a lot of things online. People can talk to you. The policy makers are against you, targeting you, wanting to shout you up and doing everything to frustrate your work. And they're serious of negative, but don't worry. The Lord says you're doing it all for the Lord. If it is for the gospel, it prevails, no matter what. No matter the opposition, or no matter how they try to dishonor you, no matter how they try to shut you up, it came to pass. It will pass, you will live it. The gospel will always live, because the gospel has always lived it. So we're going to share a lot, and right away, I'm going to go in the next video. This is just, I needed to talk to you briefly. I'm going to start. I'll kindly like and subscribe to this particular channel so I can know when I post new videos. I will try to do it on a weekly basis, and you can watch the next video that is coming after this particular video. Thank you for your time, and see you in the next video.